we're talking about mental status and mental status, let's go to Donald Trump. Why not? But I said this in my last reading when I said, is he going to finish his term? And then I got the Empress card. This is going to affect, all of this is affecting him in a way he didn't think that it would. Because he is easily wounded and his emotions are going to be all over the place. He is going to be depressed. He is tweeting all this, I'm alone. And mind you, it's Christmas. I just watched a video. CNN has a YouTube page. It was like a 2-minute video of Barack Obama walking around a hospital passing out presents. I'm like, what? Donald Trump. I guarantee you, one of the easiest ways to not feel alone is to help those who possibly feel alone. Guarantee you. Because you will see what kind of company you are in. You think you feel alone. They feel alone. Why don't y'all not feel alone together? He went to the hospital, passed out presents. Donald Trump's walking around the White House talking about, poor is me, I'm alone. Dude, are you serious? This is why they say money can't buy happiness. It can buy happier, but it cannot buy happiness. Happiness is a bit finite, so there you go. So let's see what the mental status is for Donald Trump. Donald Trump is a mess. A mess. Donald Trump, what's going on in your brain? Reaping what you sowed. How fitting is that? You are reaping what you sowed. Discord, anger, jealousy, discontent. All of that is coming right back on you. You caused it on yourself, though. I mean, but who doesn't know that? I guess you. You're finding out now. It's all turning. And not for, oh, good Lord. Not for the better. Not for the better. I just struck like a bolt. Not for the better. And you know it. At least I think you do. In the past. Leaving behind something. Going to something else with a bit of regret in your spirit. You left your old life. This is old things being manifested again, being rebirthed. You left behind your old life because this is in the past. This is in the distant past. That was 3 years ago. You even said it in an interview. I didn't think this was going to be that hard. I kind of miss golfing. Yeah, maybe you should watch the things that come out of your mouth. This is the lesson. You didn't really want to be president. All you wanted to be was admired. You were already that. You got buildings everywhere with your name on it. What the heck else do you want? This is why when you have an inner conflict and you go searching on the outside to fulfill that, why it never works. Like I said before, I think you're still trying to get the affection of your father. You don't have it. You're not getting it because he has passed on. You need therapy. The only way you're going to get out of this cycle, well, I mean, hell, you might be going to jail, but the only way you're going to get out of this emotional cycle is if you deal with the stuff that you are carrying around. Quite literally. You got a lot of stuff to deal with in that head. That is what's destroying you. Inside. Why is everything money with you? You feel diminished. You are being diminished. But again, you didn't want to be president. You wanted to be admired. And then you ran for president and people took you seriously because you spoke their racist language. I don't want Mexicans in my country. You don't either, so let's get together. And now you're trying to get to safer waters and you can't because you're carrying too much emotional baggage and you are diminished. Used to be the billionaire and now you're just some guy walking around the White House. I mean, you're barely president. That's what's on your mind. The harmony and the unity is gone, brother man. It's gone. I don't know where you think you're going to get it from, but you ain't getting it from. It's gone. Interesting guy. Yeah, you got some cups in your thing, though. But anyway. Hardship. Hard times. Adversity. Worry. Being shunned. Illness. All of this. Now, could mean poverty too. But I don't think you're ever going to be poor. But if I was to do a reading just based on these two cards, I would say you were. That you're about to lose a hell of a lot of money. I mean, you've done it before. You lost $1 billion before. So, I mean, whatever. That's what you want? Of course you do. Ten of Cups is all about happiness, family, togetherness, unity, prosperity. This is your environment. The Chariot is a card of moving forward. This is your environment. So that's not necessarily a bad thing. Because, some adversity, but it's being driven, it's being overcoming, self-discipline, advancement. It's going to fail. Why? Because you have no self-discipline. That's what you need. That's not what you're going to get. Especially when this tells me adversity. And then this tells me emotional baggage. Your desires, you want to be the money man again. Of course you do. And of course you do. But, again, you've been diminished. You're not Donald Trump anymore. You're just not. You're, a joke, a laughing stock, a disgrace to some, president pussy grabber. Mexicans don't belong in our country. DACA. These are your legacies that you're leaving behind. Build the wall. This is who you are now. This is who you were. And then along came the migrant children. This is who you were. Then along came build the wall. This is who you were. Then along came, I want to see your birth certificate. This is who you were. And on that topic too, let me say this. This is also a disgrace. You offered Barack Obama $5 million if you could see his college records. You offered the people of Puerto Rico $1 million when they lost their whole freaking island. Like, who are you? You don't actually mean anything you say. You just want to be admired and applauded. Which is why I still say you're searching for the affection of someone who is gone. He's not going to come say, "Good job, Donald," anymore. You can't have it. You have been diminished, and you've done it to yourself. You've done it all to yourself. When you go to the United Nations and you go overseas and you act like a clown, you've done it to yourself. When you push people out of the way so you can take pictures, you've done it to yourself. When you walk around in them giant, long, stupid ties, you've done it to yourself. Healthcare, you've done it to yourself. It's time to move on. The Chariot is saying the same thing. It's time to move on. You can't just mope around the White House all night, all day, tweeting that you don't like this and you don't like that, and all people are picking on me. You can't do that. You can't. You have to be a leader. But it's time to move on. This is your mental status we're talking about. Either you're going to, as y'all love to say, pick yourself up by your bootstraps, or you're not. You start with hardship. Weeks to months. There is a celebration of you. And this is not necessarily the best thing. Because what surrounds you is impeachment. Not saying you're being impeached. And right here, we're just talking about mental status. But if you can get out and move on and get away with what you get away with, you will feel some kind of way about that. If you can overcome the hardship, you'll be a lot better. Emperor. Queen of Cups. 9 of Wands. 3 of Wands. You don't just feel like you're tired of this. You feel like you're not winning. This is not just, I'm exhausted being president. This is, I'm not getting my way being president. There's the Fool. There's the 5 of Wands, that's fighting. The 4 of Wands, that's resistant to change. And the Page of Cups, immaturity. Donald Trump. This is your outcome. I don't see how. I don't know how. I actually don't really even care how, because, I mean, you're not my grandfather, so I couldn't give a damn. But if you want to get out of this hardship, young man, and get to the place where you can be a leader again, what you have to do is take your hind parts to some therapy. Because if anybody in this country, if anybody in this world, in this part of the galaxy, needs some therapy, it is you. You need 2 therapists. 2. One to talk to you in the middle of the day, and one to talk to you at night. Because you need some checkups throughout the day. Because you was not right at all. And it's because of you. I can blame it on your father and say your father wasn't a very good father, but let's deal with you. Since you won't go to therapy, let's deal with you. You are a sneaky, underhanded, backstabbing, conniving boy. The only way you are internally going to be all right is if you take your hind parts to some therapy. If you do not, this will be the end of you, one way or another.